My parents used to live on this part of Oak Street.
Oh, okay.
This
I have the camera on.
This
so
was,
I can...
yeah, I figured that out. This used to be a little village. This Oak Street area, you know. It's part of Carrollton, but it's it was kind of like a little world unto itself.
Yeah.
Like Magazine Street. You know how New Orleans is. All cities are like that. They have sort of little cultural villages within themselves and within the larger structure. And
if you want to, we can scratch the Barnes and Noble.
Well, no, I'd like to go too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any memories of this area, Mom? So long as I have the camera on.
I remember driving through it when I was a child.
We also looked at an apartment. Remember?
I remember that clock that was on the corner.
Honey,
there.
that clock's been there since the turn of the century.
Well, that's what I remember.
Yeah, it's also it's the logo for Whitney Bank.
Oh yeah.
That big.
Yeah,
big
that's
clock.
right.
And we almost rented an apartment right off of Oak Street, Gail.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wound up getting the one on Broadway because the one that we were looking at was, it was kind of ratty. And I think it was even higher. We got a good deal on the one on Broadway, but we had to fix it up. We had to repaint it, but that's when we started doing house projects. Gail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a break from my graduate school studies, but we repainted it. The whole thing was a shotgun. It had a tiny garden in the back. You know, about the size of my deck. The house we live in now, just a little bit of space.
Yeah.
Now we did plant a few things in there, and of course we had our guinea pigs there. That's where we had our first guinea pigs.
Oh, really?
Yep. And,
so it took a while for Mom to develop her guinea pig allergy.
yeah, we had Weasel. We had a guinea pig named who was really cute. He was a really lovable little pig, and he was not like exactly like the colors of Melanie, but he was reddish brown, kind of like a mahogany brown and black. But he was very elegant looking. He had small ears. He was very elegant, and he had a speech problem. And he would go whiss, whiss, whiss
Instead of whistle.
He couldn't whistle.
Aw.
And
Oh, that's adorable.
yeah, and it was really. At one time, he was trying to mate with this female that we got, who we called the Sow. I don't know if she had an actual name, but we always called her the Sow.
Speaking of pets, were there any of the pets? I know you were allergic to most of them while you were growing up, but were there any that you did bond with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had a dog. Tell
yeah,
her
I
about
had
your
a dog.
I never saw that. Mary?
And I had a cat, Percy. Anyway, at this time I was reading a little book about cats, and it was called Percy, Polly, and Pete. So guess what I named all of the kittens?
Oh, Percy, Polly, and Pete.
Right. There was one girl and two boys. My mother wouldn't let the other kids in there. Zoe was too young, and my brothers were, they were obnoxious, and they would have, horsed around with the kittens rather than played with them. So she let me come in and fool with the kittens because I was real gentle with them. And I asked her if I could pat them, and she said, well, just one finger. And I took one finger and just patted each one, that way. And anyway, we found homes for the other two, Pete and Polly, and I got to keep Percy. And I was sitting with him all the time, patting him, and basically, bonding with him.
What color was he?
He was cute. He was black with a little white chin and white paws.
Aw.
He was adorable. He had a tuxedo
So you
type
kept
thing.
what was the name of the one you kept again?
Percy.
Percy.
My father's name, Gail.
Yeah, no, I know. I was thinking about that. There's some synchronicity there.
Yes, there
Yeah,
is.
it's like, it's the French version, the English version is Percival.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
aristocratic name.
He was a beautiful little cat.
Yeah.
Very gentle, and I could do anything to him, and basically, he would lay on my lap with his tummy up, and I'd rub his tummy.
Aw.
And
Well, you were there from when he was a kitten, so.
yeah, and I was about 4, something like that. And it was a really important moment with my mother. It was one of the times I kind of bonded with her because she loved animals too. But she really did. She had, by the way, a goat.
She did?
I never
Yes,
heard
she
about
did.
the goat.
She had a goat. She had, I think the goat was named Molly.
Molly.
Yeah. And she had a rabbit at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Why
remember
didn't
the
she
rabbit's
approve
name.
of our guinea pigs? They make fun of our guinea pigs.
That was my family.
Your father would say
Yeah.
it was a rat.
Oh. Well, it was probably, yeah. Well, go on, Mom.
But anyway, they all really liked animals. I mean, I don't know why they, made fun of the guinea pigs. But
Carlton Jr., when he visited us for the first time we lived on West William Street, close to Milligan. House has been bulldozed, but we still had Weasel and the sow, and we had a cage was made out of wood and chicken wire. My father had made the cage for us, and anyhow, little Carlton was maybe about maybe a little older, maybe about 4 years old.
yeah,
He climbed into the cage with the guinea pigs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
and wanted
yes.
to pet them and make.
Oh. That's
But
really
anyway,
cute.
My family's always loved animals, and that was one of the things I loved about my mother, was her love of animals, and that she let me share that with her. And just me. The two boys were just too rough, and my little sister was too little at the
Yeah.
time. She was 2. And Carlton would have been about 7, and Robin was 3. And so he wasn't really the right sort of age either. And it was really special. It was one of those special things that I had with my mother.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And
And what were the cats' names again?
Percy, Polly, and Pete.
And which one was the mom?
The mom was called Miss Pinky.
Oh, really?
She was basically one of those brindles, kind of like Bijou.
Yeah.
And that was my mother's name for her.
Miss Piggy.
Miss Pinky.
Miss Pinky. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I'm not quite sure why she decided on that, but no, she was Mrs. Pinky. Miss Pinky. There was a Miss Pinky too, and she had kittens too.
She wasn't a miss anymore.
But
We had one of the first people we met at Milligan, she had several cats, and one of the cats, talking about Pat.
yeah, Piazza, not Piazza.
No, not Piazza. It was my girlfriend, Pat Sandoval.
That's it. That's right.
But she had one cat, and it came down the stairs. We were sitting down to eat dinner. It was the first time we ever been in her house. And she says, "Oh, that's Pissy." And I thought she was
gosh.
talking about the food or something, But it was the cat. That was the cat's name, Pissy.
See, I deliberately name my pets human names.
Uh-huh.
To just get away from what I see as it's really disrespectful to me.
What?
I mean, and that's like the most disrespectful of the most disrespectful. Is to actually call your cat something like that.
Well, I spent many.
Although, I mean, I say that, but then Ning Ning called one of her dogs, who she really loved, Creature.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
And Creature was, he was, in a way, he was kind of lovable, in a way.
Yeah.
But he really was. Nobody else would have adopted that dog. I mean,
He was very sweet,
Yes,
but
he was paranoid too. And
Yeah,
of
well,
course,
he'd
he had
probably been abused.
He had been abused.
Yeah.
And Mary would always, whenever I'd point out how weird he was, she'd say, "Oh, but you got to keep in mind, all the bad stuff that's happened to him."
Yeah, and she was right.
Yeah, which was probably true.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that Leslie forgot to mention, and Marion would jokingly say this, but and you can ask any of Leslie's siblings. Marion would say that she always loved her animals more
No.
than she did her children.
Yeah, you mentioned that already when we were in the mall.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah. No, and I was saying that I think I may have inherited a little bit of that.
I've heard that over the years, Gail. It wasn't like one time.
I mean, I think when I'm one-on-one with people, like when I'm with clients, I bond with them. It's a very intense bond. But with people as a concept, I don't, I don't always, it doesn't always work.
Well,
it
that's
doesn't.
probably true of everybody to
Yeah.
some extent.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
It's hard to love humankind in the abstract, but
Yeah.
there are people. I mean, like I'm not cynical, so cynical that I don't believe there are people who work for like UNESCO, which is the United Nations Agency for Children, or people who work like helping people with who have Ebola or something like that. And I think
Or people who work in mental health, like,
they have
like
a,
me.
have a sense of humankind needing help.
Yeah.
And and I don't think I don't have that, but I don't think I have it to the degree that they have.
Yes, I did have a dog. She came around at around Christmas time, and while all of the other kids were playing with their new toys, I was out in the shed sitting with this mother dog who was having puppies,
Oh.
and it was really neat. I got
She
to
was
see the
she
puppies,
just
and
appeared out of nowhere.
yeah, and
You told me that.
and she was in this shed where we kept tools and things. She had snuck
The
in there.
Cachetta?
No, not the cachetta. It was another, basically just a shed attached to the house.
We're in a school zone.
And she was a brown dog, kind of a tan color, and she was really very clever. She could climb fences, for example, and she.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't
that's more
that
like that's
amazing?
more like a cat.
Okay, my mother called her Merry Christmas, and I just called her Mary.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that either.
Yeah.
That's
and, Yeah, because it was Christmas time.
Sounds
And
like Mary.
while all the kids were unwrapping presents, I was in this little shack
Uh-huh.
with the dog. It was cold too, but I really, it was really a wonderful situation, with all
Yeah,
of these
well, it's very-
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful little puppies.
Oh.
And
So had they just been born?
yeah, she was in the process of having them.
Oh, she was actually
Yeah,
giving birth.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
So did you see her giving
And it was
birth?
very remarkable that she let me stay there and,
Yeah.
and be there with them. And,
Because that's a
Yeah.
very vulnerable stage.
yeah, and she bonded really closely with me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
And,
sure.
Yeah. And basically, she would follow me everywhere, and
Aw.
I loved her. I thought she was really terrific, but she was also very protective of her territory,
Yeah.
and she bit people
Oh,
who
no.
came onto the property.
Yeah.
So we, I don't know what my parents did with her. They said they got a home for her, which I don't know
Oh.
what they did, but basically,
Oh.
after that she was gone. I was
Aw.
really sad about it.
How old were you when that happened?
I was about 10
Or 10?
or,
Yeah.
9 or 10, something
Mhm.
like that. Maybe younger than that.
Yeah.
I had lost my cat by then. He had
Yeah.
disappeared. Most male cats disappear at a certain point.
That was Percy.
Percy, yeah. And and I was really unhappy to see my dog go too. But I was very fortunate to have those two contacts with pets. Very close.
Yeah.
Very
it's
lovely.
beautiful.
Yeah. And what else did I have that was great? I had two friends when I was growing up. I had, and I met them kind of just out riding my bike one day.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that we like make-believe, and we like to make stories up of things, and we like to pretend like, the neighborhood was like outer space, and we were riding along the Milky Way, or
That sounds incredibly imaginative.
yeah.
How old were you?
I was let's see, this would have been I think it would have been around 10 or 11 or
10
so.
or 11?
Yeah, somewhere in there. And I had a great time with them. We would go over to each other's houses, and Nellie was the name of one of them, and Kim was the name of the other one. And I liked both of them. Nellie was very kind and very sweet, and would basically do everything Kim had told her to do, which was kind of cute. And then And then Kim. What? Oh my gosh!
What's he got there?
Petty fours.
Oh.
Petty fours.
Oh, okay.
Then Kim would. She was very. She loved horses, and I loved horses. I think all girls that are around at a certain age love horses.
I still have not outgrown that.
And
I've
anyway,
never seen a picture of any of your family with the horses.
I don't know.
There may
if
not
we have
be
any.
one that exists.
May not be.
Because they've all talked to me about the horses at one time or another, but there's no
Yeah.
photographic
That was a wonderful
documentation.
thing too.